I've been in a lot of new cars lately, and every time I come back into the 98 Jeep Grand Cherokee 5.9, there's something special about this interior. The layout, everything, the analog feel. You received a lot from this car. It has all the creature comforts. And today I'm going to be showing you everything in depth in this interior right here. From the seats, the controls, steering wheel. A lot of cool things in the steering wheel. Buttons over here. And a little Easter egg. A lot of people don't know about these. Look at that. So soft. Plush materials. Plush. For this video, I will have the car on because we are at 24 degrees Fahrenheit right now. So it's a little chilly. It's looking like Silent Hill out there with all the fog. But let's go ahead and get started with your cluster. So for the time and for vehicles of this era, it was normal to have your battery gauge, your oil pressure, and your engine temp. Nowadays, cars just give you maybe your coolant temperature and your gas gauge. You don't get these two up here, your voltage and your oil pressure. Very, very nice thing to look at. It can help you diagnose the car. Let's say you have a bad battery, you're gonna know right away on the voltage. Let's say you're having some engine issues, you're gonna know right away with the oil pressure. You also rarely get the RPM gauge. You know, that's an afterthought now. But right here, center of the car, you have your RPM, front and center, and your miles per hour. Very nice. Moving to the steering wheel. You guys see these stitching right here? Look up a Viper of the same, roughly the same years. You're gonna see something similar there. Granted, you see a lot of things cross-reference on Chrysler vehicles, Dodge, but just go look that up. It's a little Easter egg. Moving on to your driver's side door panel. The wrinkle stitching here, real calf nap leather, only on the 9er. All of your buttons here, you can control the back, passenger side, and it does have the auto up and down only for the driver. Sorry passengers, you don't get that. Window lock for the kids. You don't want them messing with your buttons over there. And over here on the left side, you have all of your light controls. Headlight controls, fog light controls, and your interior lighting right here. Press it all the way up. Turns on all the lights in the car. All the way to the back. Footwell lights up as well. And then you have lighting on there. So very intricate lighting. Moving on to the radio. You have your cassettes at the time. See that? It's lit in there. You don't get that anymore. It's lit inside so you can see what you're doing with your cassettes. And then you also get the CD player up there. Very nice. Little knob to control where the audio is going to. Speakers, you want only the speakers in the front. 8-speaker sound system in this vehicle. Okay, granted, I don't really like the Infinities because they're probably some of the worst speakers out there. But for the time, it was something that was actually nice to have. You know, maybe within the first 5 years of ownership, you could have gone away with listening to stuff on there. This is your heat and HVAC controls. All of this is into sections. See, everything is sectioned off. You have your section here for your HVAC, your lighting section right here. And in the middle, you have a little bit of everything. You have your heated seat controls, passenger and driver, rear windshield wipers, overdrive on and off, and your rear defrost right there. all in a little sectioned off. Moving down, the stitching, very nice feel. If you feel one of these compared to the non-niner, you're gonna know where the difference is at on that. More stitching there. Like I said, guys, look up the stitching on the Dodge Viper. Very similar. Center rest, big, spacious. You can place your coins in there. Cassettes and CDs go in there. Each have their own little slots. Moving to the top, there are all of your readings right there. You have the Fahrenheit, the degrees, odometer, miles per gallon, distance till empty, only 98 miles. And I have 3/4 of a tank. That's pretty wild. And then you have your clock there to time your trips. I like to keep it on Fahrenheit. Lights and your sunroof. It's a little frosted right now. I'm not gonna open it. Glove box, and you can lock it. Passenger has the ability to unlock all the doors. Moving on to the back seats, you're offered a variety of things, starting with the center armrest, nice and sturdy right there, shared with the other passenger. At the base of your feet, there's a nice little vent. Heat up your feet. Probably some of the worst cup holders in all of history, because these are guaranteed to spill your drinks in any type of turn. Window controls, door locks, nice little storage pocket here if you want to put some some reading materials. Grab handle, you can hold on, and you also get a nice little clip to hang some shirts or whatever it is. Adjustable up and down on the seat belt, and then your light controls for the left side and the right side. Underneath this side, there's the jack and another seat belt. If you want to put 3 people back here, you can do that. Some instructions of how to set up the jack and how to lift the car up. On the back side of the seat, see, you can turn this. This is where the headrests go. So you can take a headrest, plop it out of there, sit it down right there. Other side, let's see what they give you here. Not a lot of stuff in there. All there is the infinity amp and the little slots for the headrest as well. Plastic bottoms with the leather tops. Very simple, very nice. So this is the view that you have from the back. Not a lot of headroom, and there's like a little spot here. What could that be? A little lump in the roof. Now, one interesting thing about this center armrest, when the cup holders are pulled out, you are unable to lift the center armrest, which makes sense. It's just an interesting little touch they did right there. Now I'm gonna show you finally that this has defrosted a little bit where the draining holes are on the sunroof. If those holes are clogged up, that's where a lot of the issues come about, of the water getting inside, ruining the headliner and everything like that. Let's go and take a quick look at that and wrap up the video. I hope you enjoyed going around the interior of the car with me, and if you like it, make sure that you press that subscribe button. It helps me out and keeps me motivated to make more videos for you to enjoy. Memory seat. Nice little touch, the memory seat. Go ahead and open it. Actually, upon further inspection, I believe the hump right there is all of the mechanical for the sunroof. Keep the front nice and flush. There's the little drain hole right there on the corner. Make sure that it doesn't get plugged up. You can run a wire through there, and it has one on the other side as well.